Hello once again, nerds. We are here for another reaction video. Yes, we are doing Of Sulfur, as you know, because you clicked on the thing. Yeah, this is a new track as of recording the reaction, though the reaction will probably go up a little bit after the song's been out for a minute. I have virgin ears, as per usual, because I do my best to keep these as non-scripted as possible, and by that I mean if I have heard the song for any significant amount, then I will not do a reaction for it. We'll probably maybe expand the music outings for the channel in the future once it becomes feasible to do such things. Until then, I'm just going to be doing these reactions. They are live recorded, so there will be very little editing done here. And all of that being said, before we get into the band or any of that stuff, let's get this out the way. Well, hello there, nerds. Thank you very much for joining me for this reaction video. We have a couple of things to get out of the way before we can get back to said video. First and foremost, I do reactions as more of a initial analysis. So we're going to be stopping this. We're going to be talking over certain things. We're going to be replaying sections. We're going to be doing a lot of things that are not conducive to somebody who just wants to watch the original content. If you would rather watch the original content uninterrupted, then please go do that. I definitely would recommend that before you join me here on this reaction and analysis. Beyond that, I have to get my qualifications out of the way. I have been training in music since I was a little kid, which means approximately 30 years. I have been a professional musician and studio producer for about 20 of those 30 years. I have also been making, directing, and editing music videos and YouTube content for over a decade at this point. So I have a base of knowledge that lends itself to adding something constructive to this conversation. And that is exactly what this is. This is a conversation. This is my interpretation of what we are about to react to and analyze. If you have a different interpretation, that's what the comment section is for. Let's have a conversation about this thing, about why it may or may not be the greatest thing ever, whatever it is. I welcome the comments. I do request, though, that you try and be constructive with your criticism, or you at least have some sort of knowledge base to work from, because gotcha moments are not going to work in this comment section. I do have a pretty strong knowledge base and a pretty strong opinion most of the time. So, all of that being said, thank you very much for joining me right now, and let's get back to your regularly scheduled reaction video. Okay, so this Of Sulfur track, Wide Open? Wide Open? Is that the name of the track? Yes, Wide Open. I don't know where time came from. Wide Open features none other than one of, if not my most favorite vocalist in the heavy musics, and that is one Howard freaking Jones. Of Sulfur is a fairly new band from my understanding of it, because they don't even have a Wikipedia entry just yet. The best I got for you is their Facebook page. Burden of Faith is the name of the record. Came out on the 24th of March. They are on Century Media Records. They quantify themselves as blackened deathcore, blasphemous metalcore, and blast beats and breakdowns for Beelzebub. So that's how they qualify themselves. Very interesting. Like, I really like this album. I've been very, very conscious of avoiding this track on the album because I knew this was coming. But I really, really dig this album. These guys rock. Very interesting contrast because Howard Jones. All right, so something I don't think a lot of people know about Killswitch Engage, where Howard Jones rose to fame, if you will. Before that, he was in a band called Blood Has Been Shed, which is also pretty great, though production values back then were not awesome, so hasn't really aged super well. But Killswitch Engage are... I don't know the exact details of how this plays out, but the dudes in Killswitch are religious to a certain extent. If that means they're like August Burns Red and they're like Bible thumping, using lyrics that they got from the Bible, kind of religious. No, not really, obviously. But if you listen to the lyrics that Jesse wrote, even the lyrics that Howard wrote while he was in the band, they are kind of covert religious. So it's really interesting to see somebody come from that scene, because again, Killswitch Engage does not make God music. They're just dudes who believe in God. So somebody who comes from that scene doing a song with a band like of Sulfur is really interesting. Like, I'm very intrigued by the dichotomy of that. And like, Howard just will do a guest vocal on anyone if he likes it. So it's Howard Jones' stamp of approval. I'm super stoked for this. I'm really, really, really excited. All right. So before I get going too far on the gushy, let's do the reacty. Let's roll it. Oh. Oh, okay. So you can't really hear it in this mix. It might be because of the YouTube MP3 compression. It might be just my setup, because this is a new setup and I haven't really worked out all the kinks yet. But we at least have a visual representation of somebody trying to not fall victim to rock bass syndrome. So that's cool. Also, video note-wise, it looks like they shot this video and then ran each frame or certain keyframes through like an AI image generator to get this feel. That's what it looks like they've done. That's really cool. I really dig the unique visuals here. All right, so I can literally hear every instrument but the bass. That's that. I wish I could hear what the bass was doing, because it looks like he's doing something. That is exactly what they did for this, by the way. It looks like potentially every frame of this video was ran through an AI image generator. That's really cool. There's Howard. All right, so Howard is coming through nice and clear. So it sounds like they have, it's not like a slapback echo. It's not just a little bit of reverb. It sounds like they put on a whole haul of reverb on that vocal, which is really interesting. Like that's a great way to juxtapose the two different vocals, especially when the two styles are so dramatically different. That's really, really effective in the two different voices. I think part of the reason too that they went so big with the reverb on his voice is that almost looks like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. No, not Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. What am I trying to think of? Edward Scissorhands. Good Lord, on his shirt. I got distracted by the thing, and now the ADD won't let me remember what the hell I was just saying. Something about Howard's vocals and church and big. Oh, because the snare also sounds like it's got a whole bunch of reverb on it. It sounds like it's in the middle of a church hall. So, yeah, that it fits for that reason. Like, there's multiple levels to why that works. Wow, that's what that tuning is. A flat. Wow, that's quite low. Is he speaking Latin? That's really interesting. I'm so distracted by the visuals, I'm almost not even hearing the song, but like, those visuals are wicked. That's the album cover just back there. Eyes wide open, seeing, deconstructed from the inside. Break free from who I am, who I was. That's so crazy. These visuals are blowing me away. Like, that had to take so long because, like, they couldn't have got every frame perfect the first time. So they probably had to not only render many of these frames multiple times, but like they then had to blend them. Well, if we get back to a shot of the vocalist with his shirt, the vocalist shirt has the song title on it. And if you've ever played with any generative art, AI does not do letters. So they then had to, at least those shots with the vocalist where the shirt needs to be read, because marketing is a beautiful thing, they had to then blend the generated frames with the original frames so that you could still read the shirt. That's a lot of work. That is really tedious work. break those shackles that you placed on yourself. So random thought, but like Will Ramos can do it, so it would be really cool if this dude could do it too. The monk chants, I can't even think of what it's called, like the Hungarian monks or whatever. That would be awesome right there. That would have been so damn effective. Assuming he could do it, which he probably can't, because not a lot of people can do that. But Will Ramos from Lorna Shore can do that. See, I can't hear that. Why can't I hear the bass? So yeah, there we go. That is... Let's just do this. That is of Sulfur's track, Wide Open, featuring Howard Jones. I dig it. I dig it a lot. I really, really like it. You should check out the whole rest of the record. I've listened to the first, however many songs before you get to that track, like 3 or 4 times in the last week. It's good. It's really good. If you like deathcore, if you like heavy music, if you like extreme music, Of Sulfur is definitely a band to keep, to take note of and keep in your peripheral or wherever on your radar. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's where we end this. Final thoughts are, it was a good one. So listen to it. By all means, go listen to the thing. If we're doing a reaction, go listen to the original track. Go form your own opinions and come back and let's talk about that in the comments section. It's just the nature of this right now is we're trying to start conversations about how we can influence or how we can appreciate the music, A, and then B, if we can be critical of it and potentially out of that critical eye comes better music, then that's also a hopeful goal, though I don't dilute myself into thinking that any of these artists are watching these videos, but it's fun either way. So yeah, thank you very much, nerds, for joining me. We will see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.